Hello, guys. Welcome back to the channel where I'm going to preview the 5 best bets for the NFL Week 13 slate this coming weekend. But first, we're going to recap last week's results. So, recapping the Week 12 results, 4 out of 5, another 80%. That is 3 weeks in a row we've hit that target. Obviously, it'd be lovely to get the 5, but 4 out of 5 every week, you're making profit. And that's where we want to be. Unfortunately, we were a crossbar hit away from cleaning up, where we had, I think it was over 47.5 in the Houston-Jacksonville game. Unfortunately, obviously, Houston had that kick that hit the crossbar, but all the other markets come in. So, yeah, 4 out of 5, 80%. We're now going on to bet number 5, where hopefully we can start with a positive and this could be the week for the 5 out of 5. But before we do, guys, if you can, like, share and subscribe and comment down below. Obviously, once you've seen this video, if any selections you like or any selections I've not included that you like. Without further ado, let's get on to bet number 5. Bet number 5 sees the Detroit Lions travelling to the New Orleans Saints. The Detroit Lions, a travelling team, has started the Thanksgiving slate off with a disappointing shock result at home to the Green Bay Packers, led by Jordan Love, where the defense got absolutely terrorized. And this has always been my concern for them this season is I can't trust their defense and I can't trust Jared Goff. And this brought up all the problems that I was worried for Detroit fans. They're at home. They started the Thanksgiving slate off, and it was diabolical from the get-go, chasing throughout. And Jared Goff isn't a callback. I couldn't trust to rally, even though people would bring up the week before against the Bears. You can't do that twice, especially in the short week as well. But credit to the Green Bay Packers. They thoroughly deserve that win. The home team, the Saints, come off a very, very disappointing result, travelling to the Falcons, where both would be fancying that one in terms of winner could potentially have won the group or be in total control of the group. But again, Carr making mistakes, throwing picks, that they were poor in the red zone. And Atlanta just looked comfortable throughout. They was always had that sort of 7 to 10 point lead, and they were comfortable. And it didn't really scare Atlanta in the second half. So, yeah, both teams aren't coming to this in the best of form. But I think with both defenses leaking, obviously the Detroit offense is very, very strong. I think the Saints can put up points against this Detroit defense. Despite Chris Olave, his question mark with his injury, I'm hopeful that he's going to make the game. But I'm very, very confident. At the time recording on the Tuesday, Detroit travelling to New Orleans, my bet, number 5, will be the total game points over 46. Bet number 4 sees the Miami Dolphins travelling to the Washington Commanders. The Miami Dolphins have come off a very impressive away win at the Jets on Black Friday. Yes, okay, the Jets haven't got a quarterback. We can safely say that, but the Jets have a good D. And Miami, I thought they were clean. There's been this sort of stigma around them that the fact they can't beat teams, say, with a positive record, teams they can match up with, but they could be the lesser teams. But again, it's not their fault. They don't pick their schedule. And you can only beat what's in front of you, and they thoroughly dominated. Despite Tua throwing a couple of shaky picks, you had Tyreek Hill doing what he usually does, Mostard doing what he usually does, and it was good to see Jalen Waddle coming back into the frame too. And they're going to look like a threat moving forward, and I can't see this game being any different. The Washington Commanders have just been battered by my Cowboys on Thanksgiving Thursday. They were never in with a shout. They can't protect Sam Howell. He's been sacked too many times. And with a defense led by Vic Fangio, this is not going to change, despite Miami being a travelling team. Throughout the season, I have been reluctant to take the minus on as many teams. I have done the Cowboys occasionally. Miami's been one I really haven't trusted him because they're quite hives in giving too many points to the opposition. But I think the defense is going to absolutely run the Washington Commanders ragged. So at the time recording, bet number 4, Miami Dolphins traveling to the Washington Commanders. My bet market I'll be taking will be the Miami Dolphins minus 9.5. Bet number 3 takes us over to the New York Jets, who are hosting the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons, travelling team first, have come off a very impressive home win to a division rival, the Saints. Desmond Ridder back at helm of the quarterback position. Wasn't a great game from him, but finally Arthur Smith is now showing some consistency and giving Bijan Robinson the ball, and it's proving effective. And that's what a lot of Atlanta fans have been saying. They've been shouting out, give Bijan the ball more, and you'll see the results, and they have been seeing the results. I believe now they are top of the group, the NFC South, and they would like to stay there. Traveling to this Jets team, who are an absolute mess. I will no longer be supporting the Jets in terms of the handicaps until they get a decent quarterback in. The offense sucks. It's just an embarrassing shit show of a team, and I feel sorry for the Jets fans. From the start of the season, Rodgers getting injured to Zach Wilson to Tim Boyle. It's sad. Jets have got a good D, but they run out of gas too early. They're gassed by the second quarter because they've been on the field for about 10 possessions. You know, it's ridiculous. I don't really spend too much on this game. I've tried backing the Jets this season, and I'm not doing it anymore on the handicaps. So for bet number 3 for me, I think at the moment it's an absolute steal. Jets probably come back to haunt me saying this, but for bet number 3 at the time recording on the Tuesday, the Atlanta Falcons traveling to the New York Jets. I will be taking the Atlanta Falcons minus 2.5. Bet number 2 sees the Carolina Panthers traveling to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First of all, the traveling team, the Panthers, probably the worst team in the NFL this year. Just fired Frank Reich this week. They could potentially be having the biggest bust of all time in Young. He's just been looking awful. Granted, this is his first year, so obviously this time next year we could properly judge. But from what I'm seeing and from what we're all seeing, it doesn't look great. Granted, his best wide receiver is Adam Thielen. That's all you really need to know about the Carolina Panthers and their offense. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have come off a disappointing result away at Indy. I felt there was always travelling behind throughout. Got himself within like 10, then back to 13, 14, back to 10, back to 7-ish. There was always behind. Baker wasn't at his best. He turned the ball over a couple of times, but we've got like Mike Evans. Anything could happen with that offense. The defense is great. They struggled a bit against the run this week. Jonathan Taylor managed to get some yards on him, but this being a group game at home against Carolina, I could only see there being one outcome. So for bet number 2, the time recording on the Tuesday, my market, I'll be taking the Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Game line, Tampa Bay -5. And bet number 1 and game of the week by a country mile is the San Francisco 49ers traveling to the Philadelphia Eagles. First of all, the traveling team, the San Francisco 49ers, 2 comfortable wins in a row since the bye week. Played on the Thanksgiving Thursday, absolutely dismantled Seattle. Were comfortable throughout. Geno Smith didn't have any answers to the defense and what was thrown at him. It's pretty comfortable outing for them. So again, 2 wins in a row. They're looking hot again. Definitely going to be making the playoffs, but how far they're going to get, we shall see. The Philadelphia Eagles are having this weird season. They're not playing great. They're traveling in some games, and yet when they're literally at their last drive they can do, they pull something out of the bag. I mean, who would have thought Jay Kelly would have kicked that field goal? The way he kicked it in them conditions was incredible. And then the fact that Josh Allen got the ball first in overtime for the Bills. I can only convert a field goal, missed that easy throw over to Davis, bit of miscommunication there, but fairly good to have to go down the field. They score with a Jalen Hurts run, and they move to 10 or 11-1. So do correct me, whatever record that is. I do apologise. But yeah, they're having one of these seasons where I'm just not. They're not. The scary thing is they haven't hit their peak. So imagine what they're going to be like when they hit their peak. The defense will show up. They're going to be a scary team, but they're not hitting it at the moment. And I really feel this is the week they're going to come undone. I feel that this is San Francisco 49ers game. If Philly pull it off, I wouldn't be surprised, but I just feel San Francisco is going to have the biggest, hardest task that Jalen Hurts hasn't faced yet. And for that reason, bet number 1, game of the week, at the time of recording, the San Francisco 49ers traveling to the Philadelphia Eagles. My market I'll be taking is the San Francisco 49ers minus 2.5. And that's all for this week, guys. If you have watched this far, I really hope to our American subscribers or viewers that you had a great Thanksgiving. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, share to your friends, or if you could just put a comment down if you like any of the selections I've done, or is there any other selections that we can maybe have a flutter with? Please drop it down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. I will see you guys next week, where we're going to preview week 13 of the NFL slate and just to review how we got on with this week 12. All the best, guys. Have a fantastic weekend, or Thanksgiving extended weekend, shall we say. Spend time with your families. Hope you've eaten a lot, drunk a lot. Good times, good celebrations. And just please always remember to gamble responsibly and only gamble what you can afford. Have a great weekend, guys, and I'll speak to you next week.